Yes, we live in the kitchen with Chef Robin Lewis. She already started.
Hi everybody, happy Sunday evening. Hope you're all enjoying yourself and had a great day. We started out our day going to church and had some great lunch with friends and went food shopping if you saw us in the Walmart. We ran into a really cute French bulldog and so we're got the Kansas City New England game on and so what we're going to make today is a lemon drop martini to go with something I call a Butter Tuscan Shrimp. And so we're going to basically really gently cook some fresh shrimp that I have here. It's about 13 count per pound. Real gently in butter, like under 140 degrees. So it's super tender. And I'm going to make a sauce that goes with it. Kind of the Tuscan part is fresh cherry tomatoes, a little bit of red pepper, garlic, shallots, chopped basil, Parmesan cheese, spinach, parsley, and garnish it with a little lemon wedge. And finish it off with some heavy cream. And I chose some really unique, good for you pastas. Pastas is one of my favorites, but all the carbs, my triglycerides are a little high, so I'm trying to cook with some things that will help that. And these are definitely some really good choices. A red lentil fusilli, so a yellow lentil penne brigate, and a chickpea sorcelli. And this is all things that aren't made of flour or gluten. So they're high in protein and won't raise your blood sugar levels. So I think I'm going to use the red lentil today because it's going to complement all the colors of what we have going on here with the reds. So I have some water boiling, and I'm going to grab out my strainer. And we do own the rights to this music. This is Trippin' by T. Kush, and hopefully you all had a chance to hear his iHeartRadio interview last Thursday. It went really well. We were really excited about it. And you can still see it on Boss Radio, Southside.
And on iHeartRadio and on Google, Spotify.
It's on Spotify. You can hear the whole interview. It's about
and it's on iHeartRadio as well.
Right. And actually, you'll get a chance to hear 6 of his songs. So we're really, like I said, excited about that. I think I'm going to just start with the drink first. We can get a few more people on. Let me find my shaker here.
You know what it is?
The cap. So we're actually going to start with whatever the cap.
No, I might have put it in the wrong place. Yeah, that would be me.
We're going to start with 2 ounces of citron vodka. You could use plain vodka if you like. And if you do, you can definitely use more Limoncello. But Limoncello is really strong, so and it has a lot of peel notes, so you gotta be careful that you just use a small amount of that. So we're gonna use 1 part of ground gala, which is a orange liqueur. You can use Grand Marnier, you can use Cointreau if you like. Use 1 part.
I think my camera freezing.
You have the music turned off for some reason.
Yeah, it went off.
We're going to add 1 part of agave nectar. I like mine a little bit sweeter, but you could use simple syrup if you didn't want to use agave nectar. But for me, it saves on you having to make it, and I like the body that it gives. Now I've squeezed some fresh lemon juice. You want that in there. And I'm just going to put just a little splash of this limoncello.
Yes, we'll adopt you, my friend.
Come from the cameraman. I can't open it.
It ain't turning. Let me get it. Hold this.
Hold on, let me get
What y'all got on there?
You're one of mine. These things are great for grip.
Somebody put that really tight.
We're just going to do like a half.
Yeah, about to get a little, yeah. Oh,
How many of you
my.
wanted the Rams to win versus the Saints? I wanted the Saints to win. I like Drew Brees. He seems to be a top-notch, classy kind of guy. But the refs really blew it for that.
How y'all doing out there, everybody? How everybody doing? Robin, could you tell them what you're making?
Right now, I am making a lemon drop martini. And I have some lemon drop martini rim. It's a lemon flavored sugar. We put in 2 parts of citron vodka, 1 part of Grand Gala or orange liqueur, a half part of limoncello, some fresh lemon juice, 1 part of fresh lemon juice, 1 part of agave nectar, and I have only frozen glasses. I'm a frozen glass kind of person. That really makes good. I'm gonna throw some here. Let's see. This one in here to give it a shape. I'm just gonna kind of test it, make sure I like it first.
The chef about to go to work. This is what she got going on. So she finna have a drink with you, lovely ladies, before she do that. Yes, sir. Coulda. It's good for a diet right here.
Okay. I just used the rest of the lemon juice in here. Tastes pretty good. Now let me show you an easy way to rim things. You can rim things this way with salt or you just take your lemon, or you can use a lime. But since this is a lemon drop, it's kind of apropos. And then, those right there. You just take the rim and turn it like that. See? Instant beauty.
I'm not able to use all of my friends. I wonder why. Hey.
And you can make your own sugar as well.
I don't know why it won't let me.
And I'm going to put a slice of lemon in each of these, a thin slice of lemon.
Hey, what's up, Rhonda?
Hey, Rhonda.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Becca. Tammy. Mr. Robert Gaywood.
Hey, hey, everybody.
Anna.
Thank you for your loyalty and dedication of coming every week to watch the show. We really appreciate it, and we love you guys. And here's to an excellent Sunday. Cheers to the cameraman. Yeah, it's a perfect combination of sweetness and tartness, so definitely easy to drink. Maybe a little too easy to drink. Oh, you don't want to drink these too quickly. So we have our water boiling. A lot of times being a chef is being able to pull everything together with the right timing. So I'm not going to start the shrimp first because literally it's going to only take about 2 minutes, 3 minutes at this very low temperature. So if I cooked it now, by the time I made the sauce, and an average pasta takes about 9 minutes, it would be overcooked. So
Hey, Tabitha.
the best thing that you want to do is
No, that's right.
is to you can start your pasta at the same time you start your sauce, or start your sauce and then wait a minute or two and put the pasta in. It's really important for the pasta to be the correct texture. Everyone pretty much knows the word al dente. It means um, just the right chew. I don't want to say a tough chew, but firm to the bite. And so that's what you always want, pasta that's firm, because once you add sauces and things to it, the heat and everything will tend to cook it more. And especially if you do something baked, like if you were to do a baked rigatoni or baked ziti or manicotti, you don't already want your pasta to be soft, because once you bake it again, it'll be way too soft. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of oil in my pan. This is olive oil. For sauteing, if you can see the difference, this is the milk protein in the butter. You can clarify it and take just the oil part off, but we're going to cook this at such a low temperature, there won't be any possibility of burning the milk sugars in there. But for high sauteing, the best thing to do is an oil, because it won't burn on you. Now it'll smoke.
They want you to tell them again what you're making. They missed it.
I am making what's called a Butter Tuscan Shrimp with a red lentil fusilli pasta. And so I have some colossal sized shrimp. It's about 13 count per pound. I have some beautiful on the vine red cherry tomatoes, fresh lemon. This is a little bit of diced red bell pepper, shallots, 3 cloves of garlic, some Italian parsley, which is one of my favorite things, 2 cups of baby spinach, chopped basil. I have some aged Parmesan that's going to go in the sauce, and some to top with, and some heavy cream. So as I was saying, these are some good substitutes of pasta versus wheat-based products for people with high triglycerides, or are trying to not have as much wheat in their diet. This is made of chickpea. This is yellow lentil. This is red lentil. So they're complete proteins. As you can see, there's anywhere from 22 to 26 grams of protein in there. So I'm substituting protein instead of carbs. I want to give a shout out to my sister Dawn, who I love. She's been in the hospital all this week with congestive heart failure. So we're waiting for some more tests to come back today to see what they're going to do about that. She's out in Portland, Oregon. Shout out to everyone in Portland. But we love her very much and wishing a speedy recovery for that. So, okay, so I have my oil heating up. You can see it'll actually start to bead like that, and it's moving. That's showing it's hot. So I'm going to add my garlic and my shallots to that. Shallots, if you look, they kind of look like red onions, but they more have the flavor of garlic. And I like that. You can use it in, and I've just kind of large sliced this garlic. That's a little bit. These pans were my Christmas present, part of my Christmas present, which I love. And we're going to add the red pepper to it. This is about 1/4 cup of chopped red pepper. I'm going to turn this on low. And I'm actually going to add my red lentil pasta. This is fusilli. You can, this dish works well with angel hair pasta, if you like. So that's, you can use, let me turn this down a little bit. So now I'm going to add the, I need to have my cherry tomatoes real quick. Clean that off so that doesn't get too dark. But these were just so pretty, I wanted you to be able to see them. And they have a really firm texture. This is roughly about 1/4 cup of the cherry tomatoes. Another good addition to this, if you didn't happen to like spinach, is you could add asparagus to it and saute it in. I like the tricolored heirloom tomatoes. I wasn't able to find them today. So you just want to saute these until they start to soften a little bit. So I don't undercook this pasta. Yep. Okay. You want to see that? You just drop your pan down like that and pull it back to you. Okay. So I'm warming up my butter just a little bit. And this is yours. No, this one's yours.
Oh, yes.
And then you have the smaller one.
Right,
you have the bigger one. I gave you the bigger one. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to pull that off the heat for 1 second. I'm going to gently add
Miss Margaret, can you hear now, baby girl?
we're going to gently add the shrimp. Now, you don't want it to be sizzling. You don't want it to be boiling.
Yeah, we watching football too.
This is a really gentle process that we want. It's based on butter lobster. It's the same thing where you're just really gently cooking this shrimp in butter.
What's up, baby girl?
14-0 Patriots. Now this is a whole stick of butter. This is a pound of shrimp. They're just over maybe an ounce each. And you don't want to get all the liquid in there, but you're going to see they're going to start to turn. There's space for them in here. There we go. And I'm going to put the lid on them, and then we'll turn them over after about a minute. Let's see how our pasta is looking. Looking pretty.
The chef says looking pretty.
Okay, so now we're going to add our spinach, and that will really cook down.
Just really.
Add a little bit of salt in here.
Mario, what's up, man? Mega.
Oh, this is my
Glam Life, what's up? The chef in the kitchen, look. She dancing. She's dancing. Dancing in the kitchen.
So, for you just joining, we're making butter Tuscan shrimp with red lentil fusilli pasta. So the pasta is made out of peas instead of flour, and it has about 26 grams of protein per serving, which is good. So this is just starting to turn pink. See how pretty that is? But we're cooking it really low. It's called butter poaching. It's just being cooked in straight butter. I'm going to turn it down. You definitely want it to be very low. And as I mentioned before, it's the same process of making butter lobster. You would, and I intend on making that for you guys, but you would take a fresh lobster, you boil him for about 3 minutes, just enough to get the meat out of the shell, and then you do the same thing. You take the meat and you poach it in butter.
Hello, Mario. Good evening, Mario. Glam Live PR Pro.
Hi, everybody. So this looks good. I'm just gonna put a little bit of pepper on
Them
this.
guys are awesome. Yeah, that's the team there. Them Glam Live PR Pro. Mario and Darnell awesome.
Okay, so
It's our team.
the next thing we're gonna add in here is our heavy cream. I'll put this lid back on for a second.
The chef is really dancing out here now. Look at her dance. Go, Robin, go.
And this is about a half a cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And this is about a quarter cup of fresh basil. Like all really good, yummy ingredients. And very colorful. Now you want to be a little gentle with this because the you don't want to damage the tomatoes. But look at the spinach is still really vibrantly green. It's almost like an Alfredo type sauce, the consistency with the heavy cream. But once we add the shrimp and the butter, watch out. So we have about a minute or so left. I'm going to check on the texture of the pasta. It's still just a little bit firm. This is our lemon drop martini. I want about this for a second. It's 2 parts citron vodka, 1 part Grand Gala, 1.5 parts lemon juice, 1 part of agave nectar, and we just lined it with some sugar and had some frozen glasses to put it in. And it's one of my many favorite martinis.
I'm sorry, Pam. Pam said, she said, I enjoy it. She said, I enjoy watching you, but it always takes me from my work. We're so sorry,
I'm sorry,
Pam.
Pam.
But we really enjoy you watching. You better believe that. It's greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Pam.
don't want to boil this too much. There we go. All right, so this has almost all come together. I'm going to put a little bit of fresh Italian parsley in here. And just a squeeze. Let's see if this is done. Oh, this is looking good. So we don't.
Oh, that is pretty.
This is just real gentle cooked. I'm going to squirt a little bit of lemon on it. Okay. And that's the timer for my pasta. So I'm going to put this in the sink. Let me show you what it looks like. See? I like the color. Okay. Turn this off. Okay, and like I said, this company, Lenzi, they also make yellow lentil penne rigate, and this is made of chickpea, so that you can see the protein that you get out of it. It just makes a much more nutritious pasta dish instead of having all straight carbs. So let me turn off my timer.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm sorry, Miss Margaret. Miss Margaret said, do better video, man. I'm trying. I don't know what else to do. I'm sorry, Miss Margaret.
Like I said, we started with a pound of shrimp that we're cooking in 8 ounces of butter, real gentle. It's called butter poaching. And then we made a sauce with sauteed shallots, garlic, red pepper, that we did in olive oil. And then we added these beautiful, look at these on the vine cherry tomatoes. They're really pretty. You could use grape tomatoes. You could use the heirloom tomatoes. I like the little ones that look like watermelons. They're just awesome. Whole Foods normally carries those. And then I added about a 1/4 cup of basil and Italian parsley. And we're getting ready to plate it. So we're going to go ahead and add, and we added heavy cream to this. So what I'm going to do is take this, we're going to add that in. That's a lot of butter, but it's good. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. You could do this with scallops. You could do it with lobster if you wanted. I have some plates right here. So we're gonna.
I don't know why you can't hear Miss Morgan. I love you, Miss Margaret.
We're gonna plate some of this. Oh, let me drain it a little bit more. So we're going to add this on the plate. You can put it in a bowl if you like. I always like a lot of room for my okay. Now, I'm sure you're asking, well, what does it taste like? Does it taste like peas? Nope. Actually, the texture is fabulous. Like, I've tried whole wheat pastas.
Hey, Brittany.
And most of them are horrible. The textures are horrible. The flavor is horrible. But this has the texture of true pasta because there is protein in flour. Most pastas have made with flours that have at least 8 to 10% protein. Yeah. So let's take this with this big, beautiful shrimp. And let me get a.
We love you too, Miss Margaret.
We can't wait to see you in September.
Yeah, you heard that.
Hopefully before.
Or before.
You know, put this.
We serious about you guys, man. You guys are awesome. We want y'all to go watch the video, though.
Yeah.
And T. Kush also has a Too Clean promo video coming out for his song, Kush Too Clean. Mm-hmm. It'll be out next week, this week coming.
So now, look at how big and beautiful those are. Antonio's been bugging me to make him some shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't really care what kind. Whoop, he just wants it.
I just want it, Miss Margaret. What's up, Miss Margaret and Pam? In the house.
Okay, I'm going to put some.
Miss Lee. Stewart. Oh, yeah, look what she putting on mine. Mine can fall any way they want to fall, baby. Oh, baby.
Back up there.
Y'all know we watching the game, too.
All right. So now we're just going to take some of this sauce. Now, another way you can do it is you could take some of the sauce and blend it with the shrimp and then hold some back and toss it with the pasta if you want it completely coated. It's just a different visual. But that is another way you can prepare it and serve it.
Miss Pam said that it looks delicious. It looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Pam.
Thank you. Okay. Then we can finish it with a little bit of basil, fresh basil. And definitely some more cheese. You can grind it like that.
Hey, Rachel.
Okay. You can also serve it with some lemon wedges. Traditionally, most seafood dishes are going to have lemon with it. And but typically, always, if you're a chef, you want to clean the ridges of the plate for your plate presentation. You want to make that look good. You don't want any errant sauce anywhere or spice. There we go. So we can grab fork and see how this shrimp turned out in the pasta. I'm gonna try the shrimp. It is really tender. good and good for you. You can taste the sweetness of the red pepper, the tomatoes, but the full body of the cream sauce. What do you think, Mr. Cameraman, husband of mine?
I think it's great. I think it's really great.
He's easy to cook for. He loves
Hey,
everything.
man.
He loves everything that I make.
Everything.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about the game today? It's going down in here.
I heard they're already up. New England. Which doesn't make me very happy.
Miss Margaret said it looks delicious. Thank you, Miss Margaret.
Thank you.
Run us in a diamond. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love diamonds.
Blue. And my favorite color is blue, man.
Yeah. Sapphires. And that's a Tahitian black pearl. You're too close. Anyway. I like antique jewelry. These are like from the Victorian period. Well, it's about early 1900s. So,
And what's this called? What's that one right there called? The wedding ring.
well, it's for Art Deco.
Okay.
Yep, Art Deco. Well,
Let's see what they're doing in here on the game.
yep. I'm ready to come in and sit down and eat.
Let's go in here and see what's going on. Let's take you guys in here. Okay. 14-9. Patriots winning. 14-7. Patriots winning. There it is. Yeah. Hey. How you doing, Miss Lopez? How you doing?
Hey, Miss Lopez. How are you? Hey, everybody. Don't get so close with the camera.
Hey, she told me don't get so close. She don't want me close on the camera.
Yes. But for those of you just joining, we made Butter Tuscan Shrimp. So it's fresh shrimp, colossal shrimp that we gently poached at a very low temperature in butter. Added a fresh squeeze of lemon to it. And then we made some red lentil fusilli pasta because it's got 26 grams of protein in it. Doesn't have all the carbs that regular pasta does. And so it's more heart healthy. And made a sauce with fresh garlic, shallots, red pepper, and sauteed that up. Added some beautiful vine cherry tomatoes and 2 cups of baby spinach. Sauteed that all together. Added some Italian parsley, fresh basil, half a cup of heavy cream. This one's more like 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, and half a cup of Parmesan, block Parmesan cheese, and then gently tossed the butter and poached shrimp with the sauce, and put that on top, and then we garnished it with a little bit of fresh chiffonade basil and a little more Parmesan cheese. So Mr. Antonio can be happy now because he got a shrimp dish. But as I was saying before, and we made a lemon drop martini. It's a really good, refreshing. It's great in the summertime, but because we were having seafood, I wanted a martini that would complement it. So a citrus one is really a good choice. If you wanted to do something with grapefruit, something with lime, actually a margarita would still go well with it. But this lemon drop has about 2 ounces of lemon vodka, 1 ounce of Grand Gala, or you can use Grand Marnier or Cointreau, which is any orange flavored, another citrus note. It has an ounce of agave nectar. You can use simple syrup if you like. I like the body and texture of the agave nectar, and it's something you can just pull out. It's easy if you have it in the fridge. And let's see, what else did I put in there? Oh, 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. Fresh squeezed. Don't use the bottle. Just the pasteurization and the sulfites they do to preserve it just kind of really dulls the brightness and the flavor of it. And then I did a really simple, this is a pre-made sugar rim. Just take a fresh lemon, or you can even just wet it with water, but and then you just tip the glass and turn it in the sugar. You could use turbinado sugar if you wanted, or just a fine white sugar, and just shake it really well on ice. And I put a fresh lemon in with it. And this is a really good one to make with blueberry vodka, and put a few fresh blueberries in it, and you can kind of have a blueberry lemon drop, which is really delicious as well.
And Becca say you can use a blood orange martini. Would be
Oh
good with
yes,
that as a.
absolutely. There's also Meyer lemon you can do. Meyer lemon has a little more of a slight tangerine taste. Um, that can be used as well. But I like the red grapefruits. That those taste pretty good too. I don't know if you guys know what squirt soda is, but it's a grapefruit-based soda, and it's a really good to use as well as a base. So my pasta's getting cold, so.
Oh, look, she tearing it up.
Yep. Like I said, you can make this with scallops and butter poach them gently. I suggest soaking the scallops in milk first beforehand to get rid of any of the kind of scallops can have some off flavors to them. Soaking them in milk will remove that. And I like the jumbo sea scallops, not so much the bay scallops. And this works well with lobster as well. Um, so, but literally, this took me only about 30 minutes to put together, because you can be cooking the pasta gently, sauteing the shrimp, and not even sauteing, just lightly poaching it, and you can be making the sauce all at the same time, so it all comes together quickly. Like I said, you could change out some of the ingredients if you don't particularly like them. You can put asparagus in if that was something you like. You could put broccoli in if you like. But it kind of reminds me of, and you could add bacon, because bacon is better with everything. There's another dish I make. It's called BLT pasta, and I saute up bacon, add the spinach to it, and you can use like fire roasted diced tomatoes, and that's also really good on pasta. So they're really good.
Oh, they stopped them. They stopped the Patriots.
That's in Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cold.
they stopped Brady
Really
just
cold there.
then. So what happened today?
What do you mean, what happened today? What I do today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we got up and went to church this morning at 12 Stone. Pastor Mark, we love you. And they're doing a series on anti-resolutions. Basically, things that we can't do in our own power. Though we try best to lose 20 pounds or be better financially or read more or have better relationships. They gave a statistic that, the gym industry, going to fitness places, is a $26 billion industry. And the statistics are 80% of the people that join within 6 months no longer go. And so basically about $20 billion is being thrown away from people not keeping their resolutions. And so basically the series is what resolution do you need to help God? Because only God can help us do those things that are really deep, the deep things that change your life that you're not capable of doing. So it's been focused on Moses and how God worked through his life, and it's just been really incredible. And we just love Pastor Kevin as well, the senior pastor and teacher at 12 Stone Church. And the base church is in Lawrenceville with lots of other branches, and we just love and really appreciate them. So that's what we did. And then we went shopping at Walmart and to get some ingredients. It's normally our normal thing. And Antonio goes live and shows me buying things. And we had a special treat today. There was actually a French Bulldog in a cart. And we have French Bulldogs, and I'm sure you see them a lot because they're like our kids. We love them, and Antonio films them all the time. And so we had a chance to talk to them about their French Bulldog named Nico, who was really cute. And then we came home and watched a little bit of the game, and then I started prepping for the show.
So you back, Miss Margaret? Miss Margaret, you back?
Hey, Miss Margaret.
And Pam.
Hey, Miss Pam.
I want to know about these videos, Miss Pam. Shoot videos. Oh. Hey, Cheryl. Sean.
Uh-oh. People are still on. That means I have to toast to them.
Yeah, you got 5.
5 sips of my martini.
Sip it. Let me see you sip it. 1.
2.
Let's see you sip it well.
3. 4. 5.
I want to know about those photos. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki. Happy Sunday.
She had to take another one. 2 more.
Uh-oh. 2 more. We made lemon drop martinis. If you guys have any martini requests that you'd like me to make, we can do that. So far, I've made passion fruit martinis, raspberry chambord martinis, which are also my favorites. Last week, because I made a chambord scented chocolate flourless torte. I made a chocolate espresso martini. And I did not sleep that night. I was really amped up from all of that coffee and chocolate. Let's see, what other type of martini? So this is the lemon drop. So, but yeah, if you have any other type of martinis that you like, or anything else that you'd like me to cook, we'll take some suggestions for that as well.
Hey, Heather.
Hi, Heather. I got your sip already. I got you. So I hope you all are going to have a good week at work. I have to go tomorrow morning to work as well. So, and we're supposed to have pretty cold weather here. We were supposed to get freezing rain today, but fortunately we didn't. So that was good. It was just really cold and windy, and I know we're just sending out prayers to everybody in the Midwest and the North that's getting that snowstorm. We just pray for your safety, that everybody stays warm and safe. So if you guys are in that and you want to give us an update, we'd like to hear about it. Atlanta's gotten much better with salting trucks and things. In the past few years, they've seen how ill-equipped they are to really handle that. So they've really focused on improving all of the road, the technology to keep the roads clear for everyone. So, for those who've just joined, I've made a butter poached Tuscan shrimp and with red lentil pea pasta. The significant thing about the pasta is that it has 26 grams of protein per serving. It doesn't have the carbs that pasta does, that converts to triglycerides, which are good for our heart. And actually, the texture is wonderful. It doesn't have any off flavors. It doesn't taste like pea soup or anything like that. It's much better than most of the whole grains that are normally the substitute that you use. I sauteed 3 cloves of garlic, about an ounce or so of sliced shallots, about a quarter cup of red sweet pepper, diced. Sauteed that, added a cup and a half of really some beautiful vine-ripened tomatoes, 2 cups of baby spinach, sauteed that together, added Italian parsley, 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, half a cup of Parmesan, of freshly grated block-aged Parmesan, and some fresh basil, about a quarter cup of fresh basil, and brought that together. And then in a separate pan, I poached in 8 ounces of butter, about a pound of colossal sized shrimp, real low heat, not even simmering, about 2 minutes or so per side, just till it completely turns pink. That's to keep the texture really soft and delicious. And then that was added to the pan of the sauce with the tomatoes and spinach, and then we put it over pasta, and I garnished it with some fresh basil and more Parmesan cheese. So that's what we're eating. And this is how beautiful the shrimp look, nice and baked. So, and like I said, you could do this with scallops. You could do it with lobster, and it would be really delicious as well. Oh, and we're going to sign off. Hope everybody has a great evening and a terrific week, and we will see you next Sunday. Love you.
Love you guys. Call me, Pam.